Hello gang, welcome back to our guide series in the Long Dark. My name is Lonelywolf and today we're going to be discussing how to hunt wolves. Now if you have never gone about hunting wolves before, you're probably going to think it's quite the daunting task. And you'd be partially correct. Wolves are your number one predator in the game, more or less, for better and for worse. And more often than not, you usually kill wolves out of defense rather than actively hunting them down. But in those rare instances where you might be wanting a wolf coat or you're desperate for your next meal, hunting a wolf can be born out of necessity or sometimes out of sport. Either way, you're going to want to know how to go about that safely, securely, and with the least amount of risk to yourself. So the first thing to keep in mind is some of the tactics we've discussed in our avoiding wolves, which I'll have a card linked to in the upper right. You can use stones to attract wolves to you. You can just run pell-mell straight into wolf territory and expect to attract one if you can. If you're lucky. All those kind of methods will work, but one of the best ones is to load yourself up, if you notice in the upper middle, with something stinky. And for me, I've got a little bit of their fallen brethren on me. Now, the safest way to do this would be to light a fire, right? Would be to light a fire and use this fire as a safety beacon, a safety net to watch out so that if, a wolf does come your way and you're not prepared for it, you can back up to the fire and they'll run off. The only problem is when hunting a wolf, this makes it a little bit harder to hunt the wolf because you have to keep drawing them back. A piece of meat, you can just press 3 to drop a decoy. Now you can either hunt wolves with the bow or the rifle. Either one works. You could even use the distress pistol if you have it, although that's largely more unreliable. I would recommend the bow for this. The rifle works exceptionally well as well, but it's more of a cost to acquire versus the amount of rewards you get kind of deal. When it comes to hunting after wolves, there's not a whole lot to them besides their hide. There's not a whole lot of meat, etc. It's not really worth expending some of your higher value resources to collect just a wolf hide. So I would recommend utilizing the bow for this. Of course, you can use whatever your forte is, and right now all we've got to do is find a wolf. There should be one out near the railroad tracks here somewhere, possibly over by the blind. Just gotta keep hunting. We'll come across one sooner or later. Should be one around in the area. It does help if you're going after wolves to have some map knowledge. It will make it far easier, especially if you know their common patrol routes. Keep in mind your safety is the top priority when doing this. There's one right over there. Looky there. We have ourselves a healthy, willing volunteer. Unless there's a closer one, which I'm not seeing. We'll go check this guy out. Now you can use throwing stones like I mentioned before to attract him to you, and a fire to ensure you're safe, but we're going to go about this the risky way. And we're just going to pretty much straight up get him locked onto us. He's over there. Judging by the way he's moving, I would think he's scented us. We're just going to wait till he starts closing in, and I'll show you guys how to utilize bait to get your wolf. Ooh, there's more than one wolf over there. Yes, they've scented me. Now that he's attracted to you, very easy to lure him on in. And you can just drop your meat. Well, if you manage to properly. There you go. Drop your meat and back away a safe little distance. Cock back on your arrow. He's going to come up to take your meat. And I missed. I'm really bad at that sometimes. So don't miss. That's lesson number 1. We gotta prepare though, because wolf number 2's on his way in. And see, when you have bait, they're going to be more attracted to the bait than you. So you can use that to keep yourself safe from the wolf. However, as you noticed with the bow, I fired and I missed. So if you do miss, be prepared to deal with the consequences. So we're going to go about this with the bow one more time. Obviously the rifle's a little bit easier of a tool to utilize. Although I don't think that wolf's going to be interested in us now because we stabbed him a little bit. But anyway, that's the basics of going about hunting a wolf. If you utilize a fire, you don't have to worry about if you miss the wolf charging you. Because even if he gets very angry with you, even if you hurt him or you fire at him and miss, he's not going to jump you because of the fire. So fire makes it absolutely 1,000 times safer to be hunting a wolf than it does without a fire. And I was hoping that would go off without a hitch. Where are these? These are their initial paw prints. I was hoping that would go off without a hitch, but I missed because I'm bad. I'm usually better with the bow, but I've fallen out of practice a little bit. I haven't used it terribly lots. The recent history here. Anyway, if we come across another wolf here, I guess we'll paste that in. But anyway, hunting wolves, it's best to always, as usual, take a defensive position, light a fire, use bait, draw the wolf into the bait instead of you, and to ensure that you're going to line your shot up properly and not miss like I did. Also, it looks like he ran off over here and died. Oh no, this is a snow shelter. I forgot this thing was here. Anyway, that's our wolf hunting tutorial for the day. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Wow, I forgot this even existed. Anyway, make sure you aim properly and don't miss. Hit it for certain. And you'll be well on your way to earning yourself a wolf coat or that emergency meal you're looking for. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Stay safe, stay warm out there, and don't get mauled.